Alright. We can do a potentially short stream today. I can't help but wonder if Mr. Wright and Maya managed to visit Espella. Who's talking? The professor and I have been summoned personally to the storyteller's audience room. Couldn't believe the creator of Labyrinthia knows of the professor. I'm sure it's a trap. Be on your guard, Professor. You require my assistance? My hint coins. Look like I'm gonna need all the hint coins. This area is guarded pretty tight. Maybe the knights are keeping an eye on us. Maybe? It most definitely is. Trying to figure out how they do this type of technology. There's a current, so this moat has to be connected to a river or some other waterway. Opening and closing that heavy gate behind every visitor must be a bother. I know that's right. Aren't you Layton, the Hatter? Well, I'm not a Hatter, although I certainly am Layton. I've been told that my presence is requested in the audience room. I've definitely heard something about that, but it's beyond me why. All due respect, why would the storyteller invite mere commoners to the audience room? Aren't people normally allowed to visit? Of course not. Both the audience room and the tower in which he resides are areas of strict surveillance. One does not simply visit the storyteller. Did you say tower? Storyteller's Tower, naturally. Don't tell me you've never heard of it. Is there like... I'm trying to think if there's a tower in every Layton game. And I don't think there is. I'm probably wrong about that. Maybe there is. I don't remember. He only comes out of his tower to appear before the people in his parades. The audience room is where the storyteller comes whenever there is a parade. We, the Order of Knights, provide his protection from this guard post. We feel honored by his presence, even if he doesn't speak to us. I see. Then it would seem we are extremely privileged to have been invited here. Don't let it get to your head. Wait here while I open the gate. Come to think of it, during the parade, the storyteller did seem to be held in high esteem by all the townsfolk. Indeed, Luke, after all, he is the author of this town's story. So he is effectively like some kind of god. Like a god. Oh, someone tell me this isn't happening. Seems to be some commotion over there. It's that knight. He's coming back this way, and he doesn't look too happy. This is bad, really bad. What am I gonna do? What's the matter? Well, actually, Dark Hat, the gate won't open. It's broken, and I can't fix it. So what happens now? I wish I knew. What am I to do? We need to do something. Can't keep the storyteller waiting. We do. There goes my career as a knight. Unless, aren't you two meant to be good at finding people? Finding people? I wouldn't say we're particularly good. Don't say that, I need your help here. There was one knight who was able to fix the gates, but he's busy training with the other knights. I'd like to call them back here without disturbing the others, but in armor, they all look the same. The only way to identify them is to look for a knight with an unusually shaped sword. Unusually shaped sword? How interesting. Professor, doesn't that mean... Indeed, my boy, it means we can tackle this the way we would tackle a puzzle. So, will you find him? I think he just said a puzzle. Okay, I'll see what I can do. The intros to these puzzles are always so freaking long. Like, y'all don't need to have crazy intros to these puzzles, man. It's lunchtime and the knights are all eager to eat their share. They have all stabbed their swords into the massive piece of meat at the same time. One of the swords is not standard knight issue and has an oddly curved blade. Examine the blades to find the owner of the strange sword. A finger in... Okay. Probably do this. Honestly, I don't see any issues here. Actually, this one is giga suspicious. I feel like that angle just isn't working. Alright, so if we were to use the whole logic of, okay, if everybody's stabbing their sword into a piece of meat like this, then there can only be 4 possible choices. Okay, we have that guy up there. We have this guy, and this guy, because they're all intersecting, you know, about here. And so one of these people is gonna have to hit someone else's sword, you know? But I'm still looking at this guy, you know, I'm thinking like this angle here, like just the angle itself does not seem right. Granted, I probably can't use the illustration, you know, like if this guy's cutting low, Where does this guy's sword go, actually? Oh, it's that one. I don't know. It's really just trial and error. I guess,
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. This is not as easy as it appears.
That night blade is straight. If you're having trouble, try using the memo function to visualize the position of the swords. The memo function. Is this the memo function? Oh, memo. Okay. Guess it's that guy. Okay. Go with that guy.
I've already seen the answer.
Hooray!
Come what may, puzzles are there to be solved.
The smallest knight appears to be the one wielding the strange sword. You know what? See. You know, his height is an indicator of probably a better indicator than, you know, his sword. Throwing that out there. But whatever. Thanks to you, Sir Hatter, I've been able to have it repaired immediately. Glad you were able to fix it. Puzzle like that is a piece of cake for the professor. As I suspected all along, you're certainly no ordinary gentleman. Sir Hatter Herschel Layton shall henceforth be allowed to pass through this gate freely. Thank you, kind sir. Please make your way to the storyteller as swiftly as possible. Swiftly. Ooh, there is a hidden puzzle here. 0 of 1. Wow, no matter where I look, there are knights everywhere. Yes, indeed, the knights have their guard post on this side of the gate. Given the grandness of the scale, I imagine they are living here too. But I wonder exactly where around here we're supposed to meet the storyteller. That knight said to go to the audience room, wherever that is. With a name as grand as audience room, you'd think it would be easy to notice. Luke, can you see the long flight of stairs over there? I think we should go and take a look. Flight of stairs. Oh, I see it. There's also a building over there. Looks rather stately. Do you think that's where the audience room is? Indeed, my boy. However, there seems to be something going on over there. From the looks of things, I don't think we'll be able to just ignore it and stroll right by. At any rate, let's go take a look. Take a look. You know, you can ignore whatever you want. It's the greatness of minding your own business. the hidden puzzle. Professor, I think there are mice hiding up there. Take a closer look, Luke. You may notice that there are not only mice hiding there. I see what you mean, Professor. There's a hidden puzzle there too. Just leave it to me, Professor. I can handle a puzzle like this, no problem. Puzzle might prove to be a little tricky. Take a deep breath and do your best. If you think it's too much right now, you can always select quit and come back to it later. Right you are, Professor. Right you are. Buckle. Alright, it seems some mice have taken up residence in the house. They're particularly fond of the delicious cheese kept there. Tilt the table left, right, up, down to send the mice sliding across the surface. Slide each of the 4 mice so they end up in the traps. Make sure they do not touch the cheese. Alright, get the general idea here. I have to test something. Okay. I want to see if, I guess maybe this is the best way to do it. Okay. So, kind of weird that they let me just go back like that. Although I can't actually do what I wanted to do here. That's fine. I wanted to restart anyways. I think restarting from the beginning is where I would like to be. I see like obvious ways to go. Just want to figure out which way I want to go. Because I don't think this mouse here goes into the one next to it. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I gotta figure out a way to get these suckers out of there. Can't go down, so... Guess we'll take that. Take it like that.
Answer. Professor, I did it!
I did it. Consider this cheesy battle over and done. Alright, no talking after that. Right back into the game. Professor, that's the storyteller's chariot from the parade. My hint coins. I don't remember if that's the first one or the second one. Enthusiastic shouts and clinking of metal can be heard from the other side of a training session. Where did I find the first one? I don't think I found the other hint coin. And hear the horses in there. I'd like to chat with them. Just double check. Alright, I did get all of them. I pressed the wrong button. Alrighty. Go over here and solve this problem. How many times I gotta tell you? I ain't this suspicious guy you're after. And you expect us to believe you just because you say so. You can save us all time and trouble here. Just admit your guilt and be done with it. You gotta be kidding me. This is a false accusation. Come on. Why won't you listen to me? I admit my face might look a little scary, sure. But I'm telling you straight. My pals are always saying there's no one with a pure heart than good old Cuh. Oh, spare me. We're getting nowhere here. Hey, Knights. Yes, sir. Put this miserable wretch into solitary confinement. Yes, sir, Captain. Oi, oi, what are you doing? I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. Seem to have your hands full here. May I ask what happened? No, you may not. Hey, if it isn't you two. Do you mean to tell me you're the ones that the storyteller has summoned? That's right. Or that's us, all right. So you can't go chasing us around the way you did before. Rats. By the way, Captain, what has that man been accused of? Hold on. I gotta sneeze. Gotta find... Oh, it's over here. Sneeze is going away now. What has he done? Or what has he done? He is guilty of carrying out a heinous crime of assault and theft. How many times do I gotta say it? It weren't me. It's a false accusation. I'm totally innocent. Silence. Who else could have done it? Could you tell me a little more about this? Well, I had a feeling you'd want to know. You seem to like poking your nose in other people's business. A series of thefts have been occurring in this town, and at the same time, a suspicious figure has been sighted. Now I ask you, does this man not look suspicious to you? Clearly, it has to be him. Got it all wrong. I heard there was a thief in the area. That's why I teamed up with them townsfolk to keep a lookout for the blighter. And that ain't all. I even found a way to make sure every dang corner of the town was being watched. We placed ourselves in positions where we didn't obstruct one another's line of sight. Catch my drift? This suspicious figure you guys mentioned, there ain't no way that was me. So you're saying that you watched every part of the town while at the same time avoiding overlapping each other's search. That's impossible. You committed the crimes and are trying to cover yourself. I wonder if you're perhaps mistaken. It might be true, for example, if they position themselves like this. Has nothing to do with us. There are reports of a thief lurking around the town center. The townsfolk are in charge of guard duty. There are two conditions to the stakeout. They have a perfect view of all the streets. Their viewing range never overlaps. With that in mind, do you think you can place the townsfolk in their correct spots? Okay, so red. Red is no good. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Probably, on a timer. It seems decent there. Hey.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. That
Hey.
was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Turns out the dubious-looking gentleman was telling the truth. I mean, or he noticed that they were all doing exactly that and decided to handle the situation on his own. Would never have guessed such a solution could exist. So, do you believe me now? I was telling the truth. The real culprit must be on the loose, going around stealing stuff in broad daylight. Man, it looks like we've no choice. Let him go. Better head back to the crime scene and go over it again with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, Captain. Well, I'm glad we were able to sort out the misunderstanding. I don't know who you two are, but you're a bit too sharp to be some regular townsfolk. Not at all. We're nothing so special, just a couple of regular English gentlemen. English, eh? So, what is that, your title? Well, whatever it may be, it's not normal to be summoned directly by the storyteller himself. It would appear you are indeed something special. Storyteller is in the audience room. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. For the audience room, it's in the building on the top of the stairs. Building up there, just as we thought. Thank you. Mind your manners when you're in the presence of the storyteller. You hear me? Once sign in trouble, you'll regret it. We'll be on our best behavior, so please keep your hand off your sword. You're scaring me. Just goes to show how highly the knights regard the storyteller. Now then, let's move on, Luke. Right, let's go, Professor. Professor. There's a hidden puzzle here. A hidden puzzle here. Storyteller should be in there, right? Why does my nose itch? Like, only when I'm playing this game. It's so annoying. This area is totally deserted. All I can hear is the wind. Looks as if not even the knights are allowed to come up here. He really is treated almost like a god. I wonder what someone like that wants to talk to us about. Ain't gonna be about no Sagafu hidden puzzles and hint coins. I can make out the outline of a tall building in the fog. This could be the Tower of Knights. Or the tower the knights spoke of. Doesn't seem to be a trap. What if, once you're in, you can't get out? We should proceed with caution. Gotta move real cautious. What's this? What is it, Professor? Have a look at this, Luke. There's a puzzle concealed here. A situation like this, perhaps solving a puzzle might help relieve stress. I think you're right, Professor. Another candle one, huh? Ghastly figures now haunt the interior. Oh, it's the same thing. It's just a different different room. Okay. So, I think this way seems the most interesting. Okay. Oh, but it's not, it's in 90 degrees. Which means that I won't be able to, like, do this exactly the way I'm thinking of, but this is definitely the solution. Where we go like this, and we go here, then we double back this way, and then we go back this way, and then boom, boom. That's the solution. Alright, that, like, the arrow is pointing, it's doing like that, so I'm expecting it to turn, you know, it that way, and it did not do that. Well, I guess it did do that. Wasn't the direction that I was thinking of, though. Boom shakalaka.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Come what may, puzzles are there to be solved.
That was quite the dizzying experience. Amazing what a little light can do for the atmosphere of a room. Excellent. Now, I was going to say, I think I'm still missing at least one hint coin. I feel like I'm missing 2. Wish there was a better way to find out without having to go over here. Yeah, I am missing 1 hint coin. Where could it be? The heck? I've been over here before. Didn't I even click on this? And it said something like, it said something there. Like, Luke said something. That's whack, yo. Professor, the door won't open. Hello, is anybody there? No reply. It appears there's no keyhole. This is no ordinary lock mechanism. Inviting someone to visit you, only to lock them out. It's a bit rude. Just a moment, Luke. If you look closely, you'll see there's a puzzle built in there. I believe this may be a test, Luke. A test to determine whether we qualify for an audience with the storyteller or not. It's a bit off, isn't it? But when it comes to puzzles, we'll be glad to oblige, won't we, Professor? Indeed, my boy. Let's show our mettle. Oh boy. Here is a panel of numbers. The numbers range from 1 to 6. Touching the buttons on the touchscreen will increase and decrease the numbers. Arrange the numbers to read 3333. Do you think you can do it in only 4 turns? Okay. I need to test things out. So this is currently 4. That does do 3, so this should put it to 3. Yes. And this should put it to 1. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. 3, 3, 3, 3. Looks like every slot has at least 3 gauges. Hmm. 4 turns, huh? Let's do this first. I see, I see. Oh, this will give me that. But that one is a tricky one, isn't it? Oh, that actually worked? Wasn't expecting that to work.
Allow me to show you
4
my
turns,
puzzle-solving skills. Come what may,
Interesting.
puzzles are there to be solved.
Just hitting the buttons at random until you end up with a solution can also be fun. Looks like the gate is opening. I'm expecting there to be another one of those puzzles.
Professor. That should open the door.
Down the line, and that could be a really fun puzzle to tinker with.
It would seem that we have proven ourselves worthy.
Labyrinthia's creator is waiting for us inside.
The creator of this town. I wonder what he intends to say. Are you all right, Luke? I imagine you must be a little nervous.
Who, me? Well, to be honest, I suppose I am, just a little. But don't worry, Professor. I can do this. Let's go. Let's meet the storyteller.
Very well. Muster your courage. We're going in.
Right you are, Professor.
Thus the guests finally made their appearance. I bid you welcome to Labyrinthia, the town governed by stories. I've been waiting for you, Herschel Layton.
I believe I should say, it is an honor, Mr. Storyteller.
You're the creator of Labyrinthia. But why did you call the professor here?
I have summoned you so that I may ask you why you are here.
I beg your pardon?
What are you talking about?
In writing the story, I provide everything, and in turn, take everything away. I give each person a story, and weave their intertwining webs of fate. However, it would appear that interlopers have found their way into the story. The two of you.
You mean to say that my presence here was not written in your story?
Precisely. And so I must ask you, exactly how did you find your way into this world?
In truth, we found ourselves here somewhat inadvertently. We were brought here by a book called the Historia Labyrinthia. I'm led to believe it was you who wrote that book. Surely you cannot deny it.
It would appear I have found it. The source of the corruption within my story.
Corruption?
In other words, you consider our presence to be a hindrance to your story. Is that correct?
Not only you. There was another man who tried to change the course of my story.
Ah,
You mean Carmina Accidenti?
Carmine. So, there is a connection between him and the two of you after all.
Oops.
Your presence here is, shall I say, a slight inconvenience. The story of Labyrinthia is about to take a turn towards its grand finale.
grand finale?
Indeed, a conclusion that requires a climax of epic proportions. The identity of the great witch Bazella is made public. She is tried in the court and finally destroyed. At last, peace will be restored to the town. The final scenario is close at hand.
The identity of the Great Witch? Do you mean...
Ah,
Lay, guess. It's true that the townsfolk look at me in a different way, and the reason for that is because I am the storyteller's daughter. You're what? Spella. You're the storyteller's daughter? I didn't see that coming. Neither did I. When I first came to town, everyone was friendly. Perhaps they thought that if they got to know me, things would go well for them. That was the impression I had. That sounds like the kind of thing people would probably do. But obviously not me. I wouldn't do anything like that. No one's accusing you of anything, Maya. But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way people hoped they would. People should realize that good things don't come easy. Then one day, someone just happened to bump into me on the town and I was knocked over. Later, that night, that same person was attacked by a witch and killed by her magic. I don't know whether it was just a coincidence or not, but after that, everyone's attitude towards me changed. He started saying things like, it's best to keep away from her or you'll have a bad story written about you. All because I'm the storyteller's daughter. What's the storyteller thinking? What do you mean? Well, he has his daughter stuck in a place like this. And if he didn't write such a bad story, she wouldn't have to suffer like this. You have a good point there, Maya. Anyway, the investigation has only just begun. Miss Bella, if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a few more questions. Of course, I'd like to help in any way I can. Got to gather as much information as I can. I should ask about the storyteller. Might be difficult for you to answer, but why are you not living with the storyteller? I mean, with your father. I did live with him before. We lived together on the edge of town in the Storyteller's Tower. Storyteller's Tower. When I was little, he was very kind and always listened to what I had to say. Then, at some point or other, he started to become distant. If you think about it, I guess it's only natural, because he had to write the story for every single person in the town. Spella. As he became busier and busier, I was left alone in the tower. And that's the reason I decided to leave home with Eve and live in the town. Stayed with Aunt Patty and helped out at the bakery. Now you two are at the shop too, but my dad... The deal with the storyteller. Can't believe he'd write a story where his own daughter is the Great Witch Bazella. Maybe the professor will be able to find out the storyteller's true motives. And what about Patty? Does she know anything about your past? Have you ever told her that you're the storyteller's daughter? Yes, she knows. When the other people in town started avoiding me, Aunt Patty was the only one who stood by me that whole time. Yeah, Patty's always looking out for you. There was so much I have to thank her for. It's been 5 years since I left my dad and started living with Aunt Patty. She's always been so kind. She's been like a mother to me. Now that you mention it, what about your real mother, Espella? Actually, I can't remember anything about her. According to my dad, she died in an accident when I was still young. And that's really all I know. He didn't tell me any more than that. I see. Espella, we believe in you. There's no way you can be the Great Witch Bazella. That's right. That's why we'll find the real Great Witch. The real Great Witch? The Great Witch is only a character of legend. How could you possibly find her? Well, admittedly, at the moment, we have no real leads. Actually, to be honest, we know next to nothing about Labyrinthia. We were supposed to have been living with you for 5 years now. That memory turned out to be completely phony. Do you have any ideas at all, Espella? Anything that could give us a clue? Guess it's a lot to ask. All magic-related incidents are thoroughly investigated by the Knights of the Inquisition. And if there were any clues as to the whereabouts of the Great Witch, then I believe they would have found them. I guess you're right. As far as I know, there's not a single incident that has remained unsolved by the Inquisitors. Wait a minute, that's not right. What is it, Maya? The part where there's being no unsolved incidents left. What? Last night, me and Luke ran into High Inquisitor Darklaw. Wait, what? You saw High Inquisitor Darklaw? Yup. She said she was investigating some kind of incident with magic. She said that it took place 3 months ago, I think. Apparently, it's the only incident that remained unsolved. Unsolved incident. Oh, now that you mention it, I remember hearing rumors about such a case. The only magic incident in Labyrinthia to remain unsolved, huh? Oh, man. Espella, about that incident, could you tell us about it in more detail? I'll have to ask you to stop right there, Defender. Visiting time is up. You are to leave immediately. No way. We just got to the good part. Mr. Wright, Maya, I really don't know much about that incident, but perhaps you could try asking an Inquisitor about it. Okay, Espella, thanks for the help. Alright, we'll see you again real soon. Keep your spirits up, Espella. Thank you. Take care, both of you. Alright, storyteller Cantabella. I'm gonna be coming for you next. Mr. Wright, Maya, both doing so much for me. Wonder if there's anything I could do for the both of them in return. The Great Witch Bazella. Until now, I hadn't given it much thought. Great Witch, the legendary fire, flames, inferno. Oh my. What's this? My head hurts.
What was that? That inferno.
That
Are
is...
these things my memories?
No, that's actually the second edition for one of the characters in The Legend of Dragoon. First, they start off with Pursuit, then they get Inferno, and then they get Bone Crusher. So, you know, gotta get it right.